Hey, what's up guys? Jake here with Success Motors. I have a walk around video for you guys today. You can see it sneaking back there behind me. I have a really cool looking 2002 Ford Excursion. Of course, it's the 7.3 liter diesel, but hey, if it's your first time with us, welcome. We're gonna take the next 15-20 minutes, walk around this Excursion. I'm gonna show you all the flaws, tell you everything about it that I know, will drive it, etc. So if you're out of state or at least out of town, you will know if this is worth your drive, or if you'd like to handle the transaction electronically, that's really how we do like 8 out of every 10 deals. We can transport this anywhere in the country. Now, I do always recommend come to College Station, lay your hands on it. Inevitably, you're going to see something that I don't. But if that's not in the cards for you and your schedule, then hopefully this video is sufficient. But let me hop out of the way. Guys, first and foremost, I just want to walk from a distance and let you get an idea of how bad this rig is. Just look at the profile of this thing. It's really got the look to it. So just check out the front end. So this one is a 2002 Ford Excursion. Of course, it's the limited, so it's the leather interior. It is the 7.3 liter Powerstroke diesel, and it is a 4-wheel drive. Clean title, no accidents, rust-free, and it has 238,000 miles roundabout. We'll look inside here in a minute, but about 238,000 miles. But again, it definitely looks the part. It's a very cool Excursion. It spent most of its life in Arizona. So again, it's a rust-free. The frame and the undercarriage, the rockers look really good, very clean. And again, it's just got the look to it, guys. It's probably a 6-inch lift, and it's sitting on a set of 35-inch Nittos. Again, just kind of going from a distance here so you can get an idea of what it looks like. The front end is very cool. It's kind of like this Baja design. Somebody did this very cool aftermarket bumper. I'll just go ahead and break my typical flow a little bit. So it's got this cool, I guess, Move, M-O-V-E, Mave, however you say it. It's probably Move, I don't know. Bumper. Looks like it's rolling with some, what is that? Squadron Sport lights. And then check out the inside here, or underneath. It was done really well. It's got a cool little blue piece. It's running a set of Bilstein shocks. Those look like the 5100s. Looks like maybe a few leaf springs were added. But you can look, all this was done relatively recent because everything under here looks new, looks clean. It's got an awesome differential cover there. Does have a place to mount a winch back here, but no winch is mounted currently. Again, you can see all these front parts, they do look new. So I don't actually know the history as to when this was done, but I do know, at least from looking at it, it was done relatively recently. It's got this, I think, pretty neat big Ford grille, kind of Raptor style with the marker lights right there. All the lights work. I have tested them. Those do work, and that looks pretty cool. And again, just from the profile here, it's a cool looking rig. So I'll get up a little bit closer to it now, show you the condition. Again, just the frame. You can tell everything in there is super clean, super nice. Those Bilsteins look on the newer side. Just looks good. It's got, like I said, Nitto Ridge Grappler tires, size 35, 12.5 R20s. And it's got these moto metal wheels. It allows you to see the brakes back there. It looks like the calipers and pads and discs look to be in good shape. Tread life, these are brand new tires. The back two tires are literally brand new with nipples on them. These are, I mean, 95% new. These tires still have the side nipples and everything. So I would basically call it a brand new set of tires. Now, there are a few condition things to note on this Excursion, so watch the whole video. The biggest thing probably is, being that it was from Arizona, it does have a little bit of bake on like the top of the fender here. You can see just a little bit of oxidation right there. Not a lot, but it does have a little bit. And then it does have on some of the fenders what they call, my detail guy called crow's feet. I don't know if you can tell or not, but there's just some light cracking in the clear coat. Again, this one didn't spend any time up north, so it doesn't have rust, but it does have the Arizona heat on a 25-year-old black paint job, and it's good. In fact, you know, from 10 feet, it's really good, especially if you consider its age. But if you get up close to it, I do want you to know it does have some crow's feet in the paint, and it does have a little bit of the oxidation, like I said. And most of the oxidation is really just on one side and towards the top of the vehicle. So again, right here, you can see where the clear coat has just gotten a little thin from just getting baked by the sun right there. Again, we got these crow's feet through here as well. Again, she just spent, you know, her life in the sun, and such is life. But, you know, a few rock chips, a few crow's feet things, maybe a door ding right there, a light door ding. But overall, considering it's, you know, a 2002 23-year-old black vehicle, it is in good condition from an exterior perspective, especially if you're thinking about no rust, no major dents or big scratches. Just, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have her repainted if you wanted it to be absolutely mint. Or you could get it wrapped, or you could rock it just like it is and know that it's an older vehicle. I'm sorry if you see the camera moving today. It's cold. It's like 35 degrees down here in Texas, so I'm a little shivery. Good news is it started right up when I went to start it to bring it out of the garage, even on a 35-degree day. So just the slightest bit of oxidation. And we didn't do a paint correction or anything on this thing, so some of that might come off with a paint correction, or some of it might be a thin clear coat from the age. Now, like I said, these tires are literally brand new. You can still see all the nipples on them. We replaced these tires because it had two tires that were just a little dry, rotty, and cracky. So it had two new tires and it had two old tires, and I went ahead and just made it 4 new tires. You can see everything in there looks good. Like I said, the leaf springs, look how black they are. This is running a 4-inch turbo back. Sounds great. You can see the Bilstein shock back there. And of course, you can see no rust. In fact, let me just show you while I'm on this side. Let me show you underneath. Looks really good. The frame, the rockers. This looks really good and clean up underneath here. And then let me show you down back underneath this one too. Underneath the back, it's got a cool, again, just a nice silver painted differential cover. The axle looks nice and black. Tires are new. The fuel tank cover thing is black. Just looks good. Again, this one is the limited. It's so quiet right now. Praise the Lord. We're right off a major highway, and usually when I do these videos, it's so loud, but it's quiet. Again, no body damage we've seen, just some paint issues from here and there. It does have the backup sensors because it is the limited. We do have some oxidation that's taken place here, or some flaking. Again, I point out all of the issues because I just want you to be aware of what you're getting. I'm being pretty critical of it. It really looks great, especially from a few feet away. You can see a bit more of these crow feet things right here. So biggest knock of it is the paint job. A little bit of a trade-off. If it spends some time up north, it's going to be rusty. If it spends time in the south or in Arizona, it's not going to have any rust, but it might have some paint issues. Just kind of such is life. Again, super clean everywhere. All the tires are the same, basically brand new condition. 2 are literally brand new, and 2 are, were on the vehicle when I got it, but they're still pretty darn close to new. Again, just a little bit of oxidation, same thing we saw on the other side, and then a little bit of those crow's feet. Again, maybe your detail guy could work some magic on that, or maybe not, I don't know. Haven't seen any dents other than maybe a door ding or 2 over there on the other side. Little sun bake right there. Yeah, but overall, She looks good. Driver's side fender, about the same, just a little bit of sunbake right there. Nice rig. Again, tires are all the same, motor metal wheels all the same. Looking here, looks nice and good. Let me show you underneath while we're down here on this side too. Nothing to hide here. She's clean rocker, clean frame, underneath side is clean, and then everything over here looks really dry and good also. Just the oil pan, it just all looks good and black and dry. Not saying it doesn't leak something, I'm sure it drips something, but I haven't noticed any oil underneath it from where it's been sitting in my shop. And then I guess I already showed you all this. Looks cool. Hood is in good shape. It actually looks like the hood might have been repainted at some point because it doesn't have any of the bake you would expect, and it doesn't really have any of those crow's feet. So it kind of looks like maybe the hood has been repainted at some point because it's actually in really good shape. All right, let's take a peek inside. And while I'm thinking, I'll show you the rockers. There's no rust in this rig. Looks good. All right, check it out. The inside's kind of cool. Interior again is in good shape as well, just like the outside. Has a little tweeter. Looks like been mounted right there. It does have your A-pillar gauges. I'll hop up in there in a minute and show you what those are. And then it does have your Husky liners. Driver's seat, no rips or tears. Just a little bit of like blah where the headrest is, I guess just from sitting in the sun and getting hot. So the seats they're comfortable, they're soft, they're not cracked up or split up. Just, you know, like the cover itself, maybe like just sitting out in the sun or something, just got baked right there. Arizona sun must be brutal. But coming inside, steering wheel is in good shape. Again, you got the A-pillar gauges. Now check this out, I like this. This is cool. It's kind of a custom, this is really custom, I guess. So it is wired for a sub. The sub has been removed, but you can see it's got the independent control there for the bass. And then it has the Hydra tuner, and it's built into this spot right here in a custom way. I think it's really attractive. And then of course you've got these cables for your sound system. You've got, that's been turned into a USB port, you can see. And then these are for your lights and light bars up front. Just looks really cool, really good integration there. Aftermarket Sony stereo, and then it does have 238,355 miles, it looks like. Dash is good, no cracks in the dash. We do have a little star in the windshield right there. Looks like it's been repaired, so it's not spreading, but it does have that. None of those guys are broken, and the headliner looks clean up here. Rear rocker. Second row seat, kind of the same, looks good. No tears, better condition than the front. No tears, no rips. It does have a TV right there. That is not a factory TV, so that was added after the fact. I haven't messed with it. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Not sure how you open it. In fact, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna mess with it, but it looks solid. Feels solid. I would assume it works, but I haven't looked at it. Again, interior's, I mean, it's a pretty clean interior. Not perfect, but pretty clean. Third row seat. Headliner looks pretty good. It's missing the light bulb cover right there. The light still works from what I can tell. When I opened the door a minute ago, the light still turned on, but it's just missing a little cover that would go over the light right there. Coming around back. Cold day, so these rear hinges are a little weak, but sorry for the GoPro camera action here. Just want to show you both doors do open. Like I said, it's wired for a sub, but the sub's been taken out. You can see the carpet's clean, headliner is clean, and the panels and stuff look pretty clean back here. There we go. Perfect. All right, coming around passenger side. Again, you can see that light's on with the doors open, and that light's on with the doors open, just missing a little cover. Yeah, guys, I would really consider this one to be a clean rig, very clean rig and in good condition, especially when considering the age. There's a lot of pros to this that offset, in my opinion, the few cosmetic cons that it has. But yeah, lots and lots of pros. It's a nice rig. I'll show you under the hood here in a minute, and we'll drive it. It drives good, runs good. Hadn't done anything but start for me, and passenger seat's in the same condition as the driver's seat. Just a little bit of like this, like maybe the sun was just baking in here and baked the headrest. But no rips or tears, and feels good, pretty smooth and soft. Another little tweeter built in. And no rust. Sweet. All right, let's pop the hood. Nice rig. If you have any questions, give me a call, 979-202-1948, or shoot us an email, info@successmotors.net. I don't think this one will last too long. Excursions haven't been lasting very long. We sold the last few, in just a few days. Whoo, it's cold. Hands are numb. Alrighty. Batteries are date code 9 of 24. Coolant looks like it's been flushed recently. I don't have service records for this Excursion. Just an FYI, I do not. It has been through Limitless Diesel here in town. I had him, well, he actually just was working on a few different things for me on it, but mostly the door locks and the rear hatch wasn't opening. 9 of 24. And then the aftermarket intake, it looks like. And then you can see it looks like this boot looks new. That joint there looks new. Those wires look new. And over here, that turbo, I'm not calling it a new turbo, but that turbo looks new, as does the turbo pedestal, all those tubes and whatnot. And again, I'm not a mechanic personally, so I don't know exactly what all those are, but a lot of that looks new. That turbo looks new. So I'm not gonna say it's new because I don't have a receipt for it, but man, it looks new. And the brake booster here, that looks new. So I think it's got some new parts that I don't have invoices for, so I can't say it does, but visually it looks new. Key, 2 keys and a key fob. Now it's just been started to move out of the garage, and it's 35 degrees outside. Whew. Fires right up. 238,355 miles. No check engine light. All right, so this one is a fuel pressure. Looks like it says EXT temp, boost gauge, and a water temp. Heater's blowing out right now. Rear AC's working. This guy's working too, which just says it's getting 21.9 miles per gallon. If that's true, this beast is doing pretty good. Windows all work. Wrong button. Windows work. Now, a couple of notable flaws is the door locks do not work. The door lock actuators are stuck on all 4 doors. So when you hit the lock button, you can hear them trying to do something, but they are stuck. So just know that right now, the door lock actuators are stuck. And then lastly, it has a, so it was at Limitless Diesel, I was getting that ABS light out, checked out. It has an ABS light, it's intermittent, it literally comes and goes. And we traced it back to a relay that has just an intermittent issue. And it was determined to not be a very big deal, and the relay itself is hard to find, so we just elected to leave it alone. So just let you know, there is an ABS light that comes and goes. In fact, when we drive it here in a minute, it might go, but we traced it back to a relay that has been discontinued, so you have to send the relay off and have it rebuilt. But I was told it wasn't a big deal, so blow by. She just went into high idle to warm herself up. But yeah, you can see all that looks new. She sounds good too. Whew, praise the Lord, the heater is working. All right, let's recap here. 2002 Ford Excursion, limited, 7.3 liter Powerstroke diesel, 4-wheel drive, 238,000 miles, no rust, no accidents. It's like a 3 or a 4 owner. Spent most of its life in Arizona. I would say overall the thing looks awesome. Very cool looking rig, new tires, underneath looks new. Looks like a lot of those parts were just done. Looks like underneath the hood it might have a new turbo. It looks like some things were done recently. It looks clean, it looks good, it runs good. Couple of negatives, got the ABS light that's intermittent. Again, we trace it back to a relay, and it's just a relay that's having an intermittent issue, but doesn't affect the brakes, and it was deemed to not be a very big deal, so I just left it alone. But the relay has to be sent off to be rebuilt because apparently they don't make the relay anymore. At least that's what I was told. And then the door locks, they're not working. And as far as the exterior goes, the paint's like a 7 out of 10. You know, it still has a nice shine to it, a nice shimmer to it. And then from 10 feet away, it looks awesome. But if you get up close, it does have a few spots where the clear coat's a little bit thin, and it has those crow's feet. But anyway, it's 22 years old, 23 years old. And it's black. I think the Baja style grill makes up for some of that. No matter where you go or if you buy this thing, no matter where you live, you're going to have one of the coolest looking Excursions in your community. All right, let's take it for a little test drive. First shift was great. Second shift was great. I think we're in third now. Transmission shift's really smooth. I think we're in fourth now. Like I've said on previous videos, now don't mistake it, this thing does ride like a lifted Excursion. It's not bad. But it's not going to ride quite as smooth as like that 2-wheel drive V10 did. And this road happens to be a little bit on the rough side. This is not a perfectly smooth highway. But she does go straight down the road. You see I'm not bobbling the steering wheel too much. I'm one-handing it right now, holding the GoPro with the other hand. Not hearing any crazy interior squeaks or cracks or rattles. We're running just shy of 50 miles an hour, going about 1,300 RPMs. Maybe that's why it is getting 21.9 miles per gallon. That's a pretty low RPM for 50 miles an hour. You can see that ABS light actually went off. Check engine light, or none of that, no lights, theft light's gone, ABS light is gone. Temperatures gauges are working. You can see we got the temperature gauge is coming up. Fuel pressure gauge is working, external temp or EXT temp. Water temp, all those gauges appear to be working there on the A-pillar. Yeah, just humming along, guys. Drives pretty good here at 50 miles an hour, going about 52 actually. Not a lot of free play or slack on the steering wheel. Yeah, just overall a good impression. Got the heater working now, so now I'm comfortable. Steering feels good. Steering is tight. It's a nice rig. Blinker works. there you guys have it. If you have any questions, definitely give me a call, 979-202-1948. I kind of don't expect this one to last very long. It's a nice rig, and I think it's priced fair, and man, it's just cool. If you guys have any questions, like I said, let me know. Be sure to check out the description below, because I'll type out anything I forgot to mention in the video. If you want an Excursion, but this one isn't for you, check out, we've got a few others for sale right now. We've got a few others incoming. And then, what else? Well, I guess that's about it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.